Hello everybody, Illidars is here with a demo of Tokyo Psycodemic. All I know is you're a paranormal investigator. This is on the PS4, but I think it's also on the PS5. So let's get started. ID dealer. Okay, what's gonna gonna happen?
上野動物園にジャイアントパンダの新しい飼育施設が
午前3時頃東名高速道路上り線にて大型トレーラーの保健所で1医療機関あたり10人のインフルエンザ感染者を確認しました。
東京都港区のマンションに住む女性から
東京都江東区木場にある薬品倉庫にて大規模な火災が発生しました。出火から1時
大晦日から新年のカウントダウンイベントなど多くの人が集まりました。
インフルエンザウイルスで死亡者を確認しました。
東京都内でのインフルエンザ流行が止まり
猛威を振るうインフルエンザでさらなる犠牲者です。
インフルエンザによる死亡者は15名となりました。
The widespread outbreak of influenza in Japan continues. But is this actually influenza? Existing anti-influenza drugs are not as effective as hoped, and the mortality rate appears to be much higher than previous influenza outbreaks. Some analysts suggest that Japan's Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare may be hiding something.
猛威を振るうインフルエンザが新型のウイルスであることが分かりました。
日本政府は緊急事態宣言の発令と東京都の封鎖を決定しました。
ロックダウンを実行することに決定しました。またこれ以上感染をさせないためにもご協力のほど
No one's immune to a virus. Everybody gets sick. They have to. 3 years later. Okay. The world has changed. The new unknown virus outbreak that began in Tokyo in December 2019 quickly spread across the country with a fatal rate of 40%, even higher than the Ebola hemorrhagic fever. International travel was restricted, and the area with the most cases, all major roads of Tokyo, were sealed off. The capital has been placed under total lockdown. Without effective treatment, the virus spread from the general populace to healthcare workers, the police, the self-defense force, and finally it reached the very heart of the nation. Major government officials such as the former Prime Minister, Chief Cabinet Secretary, and Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare became infected one after another and succumbed to the virus. But then, the country's death toll had exceeded 200,000. A new government was hastily established during the state of high alert, and a former infectious disease specialist who discovered a cure for the new virus and saved many lives was appointed as the new Prime Minister. The new Prime Minister put many policies for controlling the spread of the virus and preserving the economy into effect, all of which were a great success. The number of infections noticeably decreased, and eventually the pandemic that wrought havoc on the country came to an end. That sounds awfully fishy. However, the world had still changed, and no matter how small, those changes can be seen everywhere we look. I guess this is mimicking our current, our COVID pandemic. Bleh. Shinjuku, Tokyo. Danko pharmaceuticals building, underground, parking lot. AM said, oh, 7 a.m. Hey, hard work I see. Oh, Inspector Motora, sir. Inspector Motora, sir. Ugh, that's one hell of a stink. It's sure a strong smell, but it's not just the burning flesh. There's something else too. Ooh, burning flesh, ew. It kind of smells like dry grass or old oil. It's so strong I feel like I'm going to throw up. I bet. Whoa, Kirohara, don't do that in front of the victim. Sorry, sir. Well, okay, it's just part of the victim, but still. How can a person even be burned up like this? I'm glad they're not showing it. Who knows? This underground parking lot is pretty old, but there are still to be some security cameras that record on videotapes. It'd be nice if they caught something, but I won't hold my breath. Oh right, isn't this pharmaceutical company that developed the cure for the pandemic? And I think the doctor from one of their hospitals is. Excuse me, coming through. Huh? Move! Whoa! Well, I see he burned up quite nicely. Dang! I don't smell gasoline, but despite how severely he was burned, the ground and the chairs nearby are only slightly charged. How interesting. Hey! Who are you? What business does someone from the agency have here? What agency? Okay, I'm gonna butcher her name, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Yuka Lawrence Kijima from the Public Security Intelligence Agency under the Ministry of Justice. The Public Security Investigation Agency. I'd like to know why someone who left the Metropolitan Police to join the Ministry of Justice would be here of all places. Isn't it natural to visit the scene for cases of interest? As you can see, someone just got burned to death. You won't find any of your terrorist or organized crime groups here. Or are you investigating the police in secret? Oh boy, they're ready to kill each other. Nearly. Kinda. I'm aware that the mastermind behind that incident 5 years ago had contacts in the police department. Same with how they harmed trust. Oh, same with how that harmed trust in the police and all the demotions that happened due to the public backlash. Oh, I heard that some psychic cult was planning a terrorist attack, or... It's certainly no laughing matter when your trusted colleagues turn out to be believers in some criminal cult. But you know, the ministry is no different, don't you? I hear rumors that they've got believers in there too. What I'm trying to say is that if we don't know who we can trust, we'll never stop doubting each other. Who found the victim? How is that any of your... Just tell me. What? It was a janitor, Ario Shuto, age 68. He arrived at the Sanko building at 6 a.m. for work as usual and started cleaning. While heading downstairs to throw out garbage, he noticed smoke and a strange smell, then found the body. Though we say body, but by the time Ario found the victim, only his feet were left. Okay, that has to be in some intense flames. Spontaneous human combustion? Because it takes a lot to destroy the bones. A lot of heat. Only the feet were left. Sounds like a case of SHC, spontaneous human combustion. SH what? One evening in July 1951 in the town of St. Petersburg, Florida in the United States, Richard Reeser went to visit his 67-year-old mother, Mary Reeser. He thought he would see his mother reading the book she liked as usual, but was instead greeted by an unbelievable sight. All that was left of her was one foot still wearing a slipper and few other bones. There was hardly any trace of her left. Ooh. The cause of death was being burned at a temperature higher than 1,200 Celsius, which is above even that of cremations. Oh, crematoriums. What's odd that the fire didn't spread through the building where the body was found. Since then, similar incidents have been observed throughout the world. November 1964 in Pennsylvania, March 1986 in New York, January 1988 in Southampton, England. It's said that there have been over 200 cases to date. In each of these cases, the source of the fire was unknown. Only the victim's body was burned. And that often only the feet were left, while the rest of the body was reduced to ashes. Since the truth was never made clear, these kind of cases earn themselves a name. Spontaneous human combustion. SHC, spontaneous human combustion. A phenomenon where the human body spontaneously catches fire. Is that some kind of curse or occult thing? No. At least, I don't think so. Even if we can't make sense of this case with knowledge we have, there has to be a reason behind it. A living, breathing person had to have caused it. That's what I believe. Even if it is due to something paranormal. I see. So you're still chasing after them. Chasing after what? I've only heard rumors, but apparently some psychic cult has been kidnapping people and experimenting on them to draw out their psychic powers in a plot to take over society. I don't know if the part about psychic powers is true, but it's got to be people that had died due to their experiments. The cult was disbanded, but the truth about their experiments and the existence of psychics is still a mystery. Do you think the cult's experiments were successful? Oh, sorry, had to yawn. Wait, are you seriously asking that? There's no way something as ridiculous as psychics would. Idiot! Have we even worked on a single case that hasn't been ridiculous? And besides, crimes are crimes, specifically because they're abnormal. Looking into unsolvable cases is what I live for. There's no other reason. Sorry for stepping on your toes. Kinjima. Don't push yourself too hard. You don't have to pursue the truth on your own. I know. But you did get one thing wrong. It's not just me who are chasing the truth. It's not just me who are chasing the truth. We all are. Can I play? Oh, okay, I had to hit X. My bad. Playing cards will be in effect here. 1 month later. Shinjuku, Tokyo. Shinjuku Central Park. 5 p.m. How'd it go? The investigation was closed a week later. Spontaneous human combustion was treated as an unsolvable case. They told the news and victim's family that they continued to investigate, but the case was actually thrown out. Seriously? They're getting rid of the evidence and reports. Wow. Apparently, it's due to pressure from some government officials. The government and police have been more cautious about storing files and evidence ever since the psychic cult case. They don't know if someone might try tampering with them, so all they can do is not hold on to them. That sounds ridiculous. You mean they're destroying them? You mean they think destroying them is better than keeping redacted documents? That's about right, but I doubt that's the only reason. You think someone's behind this? Nobody from the ministry or the police should know that they're working behind the scenes. That's why we've been avoiding direct contact, only using information brokers to deliver case files, and using code names to hide our identities while communications online. It's hard to believe that someone would destroy documents just to interfere with our investigation. I think there has to be another reason. You mean that maybe someone wants this case buried as soon as possible? You got it. We'll need to investigate this case ourselves. That's the only way to find out the truth. Okay, a folder. Here's the autopsy report. He was burned at over 1,000 Celsius with only feet left behind? I saw the crime scene with my own eyes. Everything above the ankles was burnt to ash, even the bones. And despite the high temperature, the fire didn't spread to the rest of the building. That doesn't sound like an ordinary case. Exactly. Any other physical evidence? There's footage from the building security cameras, the victims' belongings, and testimonials from those involved. There might be something in the security camera footage. I'll send the files to you with the usual method. Thank you. Tonama, you have 1 week. Alright. I'm heading back to the office. My partner is waiting. How are they doing? Same as usual. They're probably taking a nap. Haha, I bet. Or I'll bet. Let me know if you figure out anything about the case. I gotta make the police work a little harder. I will. You
山
can't
野井
catch me?
は異能教団なる団体を組織し、非人道的、反社会的な活動をしていた形跡があります。
この資料があれば、教団が何を計画していたかだけじゃなく、警察と教団の癒着も証明できるだろう。
あと少しで世界は浄化された。進化した人類によって世界は生まれ変わるはずだ。
探偵として調査している事件を放り出すことは俺のポリシーに反する。
私は秋葉と言います。
なんてことをしてくれたんだ。
ようこそ岩井探偵事務所へ。
What? punk session. Okie dokie. Hey, kitty! Somewhere in Tokyo. 10 p.m. I better be able to pet the cat, otherwise this game is a total wash. Are you alright? You were making noises in your sleep. You look like you had a bad dream. Was someone chasing you in it? Only a few people should know that we're hiding out here. It's been almost 4 years since we started investigating unsolved cases. There have to be some clues that will lead us to the people we're after. Until we uncover them, we will never give up the fight. What's the password? Looks like the case files I requested have arrived. Right on time. Information brokers sure are good at their jobs. About the door. Evidence for cases will be delivered to the door. You can also go outside once you meet certain conditions. Oh, I can't explore at all. Delivery. Victim information package obtained. Maps of the crime scene and surrounding areas obtained. Set of crime scene photos and articles about the pharmaceutical company obtained. Set of security camera videos from the building where the crime took place obtained. Testimonies from the victim's colleagues and acquaintances obtained. Newspaper article of the incident obtained. Ah yes, I forgot that I received this. Victim's autopsy report obtained. I hope this is translated into English. Burnt corpses found in the building garbage dump. DNA testing. Oh, it's going too fast. Body severely damaged. Death of pharmaceutical company employee. Case 1. Spontaneous human combustion case. Let's start by checking the files for the first unsolved case. We can pin all the evidence to the wall and get a full picture. About the evidence board. Evidence and other information for cases is displayed on the evidence board. Any connections found will be shown with the red thread. Selecting an item will show reports and other cases related to it. It will also display what you should look into next, so if you aren't sure how to proceed, check the evidence board. This case involves the burning remains of a pharmaceutical company employee being found in his office basement. An aforementioned company and scene of the crime is called Sanko Pharmaceuticals. Its history can be traced back to the Meiji era. Meiji? Maybe? The company appears to have experienced growth through diverse management in hospitals and health insurance in addition to drug development. Gichi Kuraka, or Kurakai. The victim's name, Mr. Gichi Kurakai, 45 years old, belonged to the Drug Administration Department of Sanko Pharmaceuticals. On the day of the incident, his colleagues testified that he arrived at the office and worked as usual. A janitor who went to throw out garbage in the basement noticed the smell of burning meat. When he looked around, he found the victim who had been burned to ashes, leaving only his feet. As for how the remains could be identified as Mr. Kuraki, a wallet containing his employee ID card was found at the scene, and DNA of his feet were matched with that of the victim. They wouldn't even show the photo of his, all that his feet are left. And yet the chair didn't suffer any damage. Really. According to the autopsy report, the basement did rise in temperature during the incident, but the only possible source of the fire would have been the victim's lighter. That shouldn't have been enough to burn his body to nothing. His colleagues testified that he was in any conflict with enemies, so the police dealt foul play. Let's check if the police missed anything in the autopsy report of testimonies later. This map shows the area around the Sanko pharmaceutical buildings, which was the scene of the crime. We can reference it while tracking the victim movements that day. Since the police found the case too difficult to solve, I heard they were going to rule it as an accident. But was it really an accident, or is there something the police are overlooking? We'll have to get to the bottom of this case ourselves. First, we'll figure out what caused the victim to burn so badly. What could have been the source of the fire? Let's check the security camera footage from the time of the incident and the photo of the scene taken by the forensics immediately after. Perhaps they'll show something that could have caused the fire. About the desk. Investigation work takes place at the desk. There you can find plenty of equipment, choose the right tool for the job, and to make headway in the case. You can analyze video evidence for anything suspicious. Using special equipment, there are 2 displays, so you have to watch 2 videos at the same time. If you want to get a closer look at one video, you can zoom in with the display magnifier. You can pause, play, rewind, and fast forward the footage. The rewind and fast forward speeds can be adjusted in the increments. This is equipment for analyzing the footage, photo, and other media we've obtained. You just said that. You can use it to fast forward, rewind, pause, and even check footage frame by frame. It can also zoom in on any parts of images that you want to look at detail. Let's start with the security camera footage at the time of the incident. Put the tape labeled Sanko Pharmaceuticals Building B2 security camera into the video deck and watch it. Okay. AI analyzing. Success! There's the victim. I wonder where he went. According to the blueprints, that's the way to the garbage room. Oh, he's back. He's standing in the shadow of that pillar, so we can't see what he's doing. The victim? Oh, sorry. Okay, there he's walking. Okay. Maybe he got lost in the parking lot? What's he doing? Okay. And then the fire. You notice he was holding a bag? We can't tell what happened because the security camera didn't catch the most crucial moment. Let's try checking the photos of the crime scene next. About image analysis. You can analyze video evidence using special equipment, select photos of interest with your cursor, or to take a screenshot. Some points of interest are only visible after zooming in and placing the cursor upon them. I've scanned the photos that we've just received. We just put in the evidence board and saved them to the PC. If we perform a thorough check of with images and analysis, we should be able to find some clues. We'll start with the photos of the place where the victim's remains were found. Let's put the photo on display for analysis. The image analysis program uses AI to detect what the subject of the picture is. But be aware, it won't work if the photo is blurry or when the subject's shape is indistinctive or not fully visible. As you're probably aware, with the images analysis is complete, you can zoom in and pan around the image. This will allow you to zoom in on specific areas you want to get a closer look at. You can move the plus cursor to look for clues. If something catches your attention, take a screenshot with it in focus. Zoom in on any small details you want to capture. You can detect more that way. I don't think that's the source of the fire. Let's try looking for something else that could be. Aren't there usually traces where a fire starts? This shouldn't be an exception. I'm trying to zoom in. How do I... It's not letting me zoom. I'm pushing every single button, it's not letting me zoom. There we go. I don't think this is the source of fire. Let's try something else. I don't think that's the source of the fire. Ah, dang it. This looks suspicious. The images you have taken will be saved to the screenshot photo to your PC. You can print them out over the evidence board to help you connect anything in the case. You can also show them to colleagues who specialize in knowledge to get new information or advice. Anyway, let's see that our colleagues have... Anyways, let's see what our colleagues have to say about the picture we just took. About the dark pit. The secret website on the internet for those working on the investigation. You can upload distilled physical evidence and maps, as well as exchange information via bullet points and toy chat. We can also gain information from your colleagues by posting physical evidence in a bulletin board thread. However, don't expect to get any information if you post an unrelated thread. Dark web. Oh, yeah, I've heard rumors about this. Not a place you want to be. Oh, the kitty cast the screen! Looks like my Sammy. Chester, it looks like your brother. I miss Sammy. If you click the icon at the top left of the screen, you'll automatically logged into our website. Welcome to the dark web. This is the dark pit, our own hidden corner of the internet. Everyone on this site has the same goal that we do. They'll help us find the truth behind these cases using their specialized knowledge and skills. Just in case, you should never reveal your identity using the dark pit. Duh! We decided to use codenames with each other, remember? The creator of the image analysis program in the dark pit is the mechanic. The bartender is knowledgeable about medicines and pharmaceuticals. I have specialties in the occult. You're the dealer, and I'm the manager. Oh yes, there's one more. The middleman who provided us the police investigation files and delivers our findings to investigators. Junket. If we all put our heads together, I'm sure we can solve these cases. That tickles, Chester. I just know it. Alright, let's put the picture you just took of the bulletin board and ask everyone if it looks like the source of the fire. Oh. That sure was fast. Now let's take a look at the data received. Sounds like cigarettes can often cause fires. We'll put that on our evidence board as our hypothesis. Yeah, I've heard of people falling asleep with their cigarette in their hand while in bed or in their chair, and they go up in a blaze of glory. Evidence board. But that still leaves the question of how the victim body could have been burned this badly. There has to be a reason behind this. The photos might give us something that could give us an explanation. We should check out the other crime scene photos and not just the ones of the body. You never know where you'll find clues after all. Added. Which photo should we start with? Let's see the victim's clothing. Is there anything else to the crime scene photo of the victim's belongings you want to look at, or if you find anything that could cause a high temperature, then put it in the evidence word and we can move on. Dang, it does zoom in really good. still want to know what's in that plastic bag. That plastic bag was suspicious. What? Oh! A fire sprinkler system? Yeah, why didn't the fire sprinkler system go off? That's fishy. Okay, the garbage didn't go up. Just never know. He had some money. $1,000 yen. A loyalty card. A member's card? Ixa instead of Visa. Maybe there's somebody in the windows looking. That's just lights. What can I find? There's nothing there. Yep. I'm just looking around. A fire so intense, and yet that doesn't take damage, really? Look, I mean, just a little bit of his hurt. Let's talk to her. What could have caused the temperatures high enough to burn away even the victim's bone? Could the crime scene photos and other articles have any clues? Gonna go to the dark web. Doesn't look right. Let's erase this and start over. It may be possible if the gas inside was ignited, but there's no evidence of that, so I doubt that's what happened. Okay. What about the plastic bottle? I mean, it could have contained something. I'm just a doctor, but I don't think the plastic bottle was spontaneously combust. According to the autopsy report, the plastic bottle contained alcohol. I see. Very interesting. Is it possible that the alcohol was the source of the fire? Chemicals have both auto-ignition temperatures and a flash point. Spontaneous combustion is related to auto-ignition temperatures. Even at a high concentration, alcohol only combusts only around 420 Celsius. However, its flash point is low, so if in close proximity to the fire, it ignites about 13 C. A plastic bottle container of alcohol was found near the victim. It might not be the source of fire, but it might be relevant to why he burned to death. Okay. The label on the bottle says ethanol on it. Most people know that ethanol is a type of alcohol. Alcohol? Ethanol is produced when fermenting alcoholic beverages, so they contain some of it as well. Alcohol is flammable, right? Yes, chemicals have both auto-ignition temperatures and a flash point. Spontaneous combustion is related to auto-ignition temperatures. Even at a high concentration, alcohol only combusts around 420 Celsius. However, its flash point is low, so I'm in close proximity. Yeah, we read that. I read the autopsy report. It sounds like they didn't look into the white bottle. It was found further away from the remains, so they may have thought it wasn't related. Nope. What am I missing? Almost been at this for an hour. Yeah. The bucket. Okay. The bucket isn't relevant. Okay, let's try, let us try the burnt cigarette thing. This cigarettes normally reach temperatures about 700 and 800 Celsius, but even if they weren't properly extinguished, that shouldn't be hot enough to burn away a body. How is this chair not burnt to death? Okay, that just gives you a review. What do you think, Chester? Let's look. Dang it, keep hitting the wrong button. Did they inspect these garbage bags? Okay. Let me think. I could use some help. If there was a hint system. I might have to come back to this, and that's my. I wonder if I could get Janie's help. I'm trying to look at the videotapes. Who's calling me? Hang on. I don't recognize this number.